Let's play another track, you know. I had a hair cold, you know. It's nice. I like it. They don't have any magazines or anything. The place where I get cut from this Pakistani guy, and he doesn't have any magazines or anything. But if you tell him how you want it cut, you cut it. And so there's someone there, I just said cut it like his, like bit of a rip off, like, you know, copying people. But it's hard to explain things to them. Okay. Accident or miracle? Accident or miracle? Yeah. You know, some of the extracts in this passage are also written in a poetic way. But you know, I don't know. In the previous video, it stopped, you know, because I don't know. And the video stops automatically when it feels like it should have enough memory to record at least 20 minutes. But it just stops automatically and at random moments without me knowing when it stopped. And sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's just in the middle of something. So I don't know what's causing that. But inshallah, all guides, roomy worlds. And today, you know, I went to the barbers and they were talking there, and observations and all that, and they're just thinking, they're saying he's not making any response, and I was just staying calm and carrying on, you know. I had no reason to fall for the hard as rock linguistics, and because I know time is in the future, time is not now. And what they say are praises, you know. I find praises rather than insults, and I find that they are actually praising God in a way by praising the qualities and the intelligent remarks that they make to the observations. Same with Ian Brown and all the singers, and with the intelligent remarks they make to the observations, you know. To some it might be they're trying to win your soul, and another way of looking at it is, you know, it's a praise, you know. And it's alhamdulillah, to God belongs all praise. And some people think it's nasib, as in a nasib, we need, you know, destiny, or it's not in our destiny for us to receive such a blessing. And but you know, at the end of the day, God knows His servants, and He knows the future, and when and who will submit to God and believe in His messengers and not be stupid enough to reject the messengers. Whereas most people think there can be another God with God, and that's one of Satan's promises, and whatever Satan promises is an illusion. But people seem to continue in this, you know, in this false belief. And you know, the truth is that God is the truth, and God, la ilaha illallah, there is no other God beside God, and that's the truth. And God is one, therefore you could say that. And whereas they claim it's a duality, there can be another God with God. Enlightenment is to affirm la ilaha illallah. Chaos is to believe is to claim there can be another God. And so we have the title Accident or Miracle. Okay, this song is called There is Submission and then there's Arrogance. And you know, one of the famous novels, and it was in the past, not now, I'm not saying that now, it's been 20 years since then, not 20 years, about 15 years since they made that, you know, millennium votes and saying what was the best of the millennium. When you look at the past, you see that it was controlled, and there wasn't many avenues for people to explore, and this became embedded in our conscious because we were so exposed to the same kind of artists and writers and musicians, and that we just never thought that there could be a time when in the world right now, when you look at photography, you know, back in the days, to be a famous photographer was 1 in a million. But now you look at photography on the internet and you think there's so many great photographs in the world, and it doesn't mean anything anymore. Same with music, you know, how easy is it to produce music? You know, it's just a touch of a button now, you know, and to get it out there on some of the avenues that you have, like VibeDeck and SoundCloud, and just so people can listen to it. But you know, it depends if people will listen to it or not listen to it. But you know, if it's still something that you've done, and the same with writing. And you know, back in the day, Lord of the Rings was one of the best novels of all time, and the main character in that is called Aragorn. Now, Aragorn could have two meanings. It could have meaning that is from the Spanish conquistadors who removed the Mohammedans and the Muslims from Spain, and his name was Aragorn, and that's where it derived from. Or it could just mean arrogant. And the white supremacists are arrogant, not submitters.